Imagine a life where nothing can shake your peace, where you're unaffected by insults, challenges, or the chaos around you. How powerful would that be? Today, we're diving into 10 transformative Buddhist principles that can help you achieve this unshakable state of mind. As Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." Let's discover how to cultivate this inner sanctuary together. Principle 1. Insult and offense. In Buddhism, we learn that insults and offenses only have power if we give them power. Imagine someone throws a rock into a pond. The water ripples, but eventually it settles back into stillness. Similarly, when someone says something hurtful, it can disturb our peace for a moment, but we can choose to let it go and return to our calm state. As Buddha said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. This means that when we hold on to anger and resentment, we are the ones who suffer, not the person who insulted us. Their words are often more about their own issues than about us. By understanding that others' words are a reflection of their own state, we can see them with compassion rather than letting their negativity affect us. This way we remain unaffected and maintain our inner peace, like the pond returning to stillness after the rock's ripples fade away. Principle 2. Transform everyone into a teacher. In Buddhism, we are encouraged to see every person we encounter as a teacher. This means that everyone we meet, whether they bring us joy or challenges, has something valuable to teach us. As Buddha taught, when watching after yourself, you watch after others. When watching after others, you watch after yourself. By adopting this mindset, we can turn negative experiences into opportunities for growth. For example, if someone is unkind to us, we can learn patience and compassion. Viewing others as our teachers helps us remain open-minded and less affected by negativity. This way, every interaction becomes a chance to learn and grow, keeping us centered and resilient. Principle 3. Transform envy into emulation. Instead of feeling envy, Buddhism encourages us to turn envy into emulation. When we see someone succeeding or possessing qualities we admire, we can choose to be inspired rather than envious. As Buddha said, "Do not be jealous of others' good qualities, but out of admiration, adopt them yourself." This means that instead of feeling bad about ourselves, we can use others' success as motivation to improve ourselves. By admiring and learning from others, we can grow and become better without feeling diminished. Transforming envy into emulation helps us stay positive and focused on our own growth, unaffected by comparisons and negativity. Principle 4. Be strict with yourself, but tolerant of others. Buddhism teaches us to hold ourselves to high standards while being tolerant of others' faults. This means we should strive for personal excellence without being harsh or judgmental towards others. As Buddha taught, you, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. By being strict with ourselves, we focus on our own growth and improvement. We become more disciplined and develop a stronger sense of self-respect. At the same time, being tolerant of others helps us cultivate empathy and understanding, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey. This balanced approach not only fosters personal development but also enhances our relationships with others. By practicing self-discipline and tolerance, we can remain calm and composed, unaffected by others' actions or mistakes. This way, we build a harmonious life filled with personal growth and compassionate connections. Principle 5. No one can hurt you. Buddhism teaches that no one can truly hurt you without your consent. This means that while others' actions can be hurtful, our reaction to them is within our control. As Buddha said, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. When we develop a strong sense of self and inner peace, we become resilient to external harms. Imagine a tree standing firm against a strong wind. It may bend, but it doesn't break. Similarly, by cultivating inner strength, we can withstand life's challenges without being deeply affected. This principle encourages us to take responsibility for our own well-being. Instead of blaming others for our pain, we focus on building our inner resilience. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection help us strengthen our inner core, making us less susceptible to external negativity. Understanding that no one can hurt us without our consent empowers us. It gives us the freedom to choose how we respond to life's adversities. By maintaining our inner peace and not allowing others' actions to disturb us, we live a more serene and empowered life. Principle 6. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is a powerful tool in Buddhism. It involves embracing things as they are, without resistance or judgment. As Buddha taught, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. When we accept situations and people as they are, we free ourselves from the pain of trying to change things beyond our control. This doesn't mean we become passive. It means we recognize the reality of the present moment and respond to it with clarity and wisdom. Acceptance allows us to conserve our energy for positive actions rather than wasting it on resistance. Imagine you're in a boat on a river. Fighting against the current will exhaust you, but by accepting the flow, you can navigate more effectively. Similarly, by accepting life's ups and downs, we flow more smoothly through challenges. Practicing acceptance also fosters compassion and understanding. When we accept others, flaws and all, we build stronger, more empathetic relationships. This creates a supportive environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Acceptance doesn't mean we stop striving for betterment. It means we do so from a place of peace and understanding. By embracing the present moment and letting go of resistance, we reduce our suffering and maintain a state of calm and contentment, no matter the circumstances. This inner peace allows us to live more fully and joyfully, unaffected by life's inevitable changes. Principle 7. Living according to nature. Living in harmony with nature and its rhythms helps us stay grounded. As Buddha said, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. This principle encourages us to align our lives with the natural world and its cycles. When we live according to nature, we recognize the interconnectedness of all life. This awareness helps us appreciate the beauty and balance of the world around us. For example, the changing seasons teach us about the cycles of growth, decay, and renewal, reminding us that change is a natural part of life. By adopting natural rhythms, such as rising with the sun and resting when it sets, we can enhance our physical and mental well-being. This alignment with nature's cycles helps us feel more balanced and less stressed. It also promotes a healthier lifestyle, encouraging activities like spending time outdoors, eating whole foods, and practicing mindfulness. Living according to nature also means respecting and protecting the environment. This mindfulness fosters a sense of responsibility and stewardship for the planet, ensuring that we contribute to the well-being of all living beings. When we embrace the simplicity and wisdom of nature, we find that many of our modern worries and stresses fade away. By focusing on the essential and letting go of unnecessary complexities, we create a more peaceful and fulfilling life. This way, we remain unaffected by the artificial stresses of modern life, finding solace and strength in the natural world. Incorporating the wisdom of nature into our daily lives helps us stay connected to our true selves and the world around us, promoting a deeper sense of harmony and resilience. Principle 8. Focus on ethical living. Ethical living is central to Buddhism. Buddha taught, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." This profound teaching emphasizes the power of our thoughts and their direct impact on our lives. In Buddhism, ethical living involves adhering to principles such as honesty, compassion, and respect for all living beings. Ethical living starts with the understanding that our actions, words, and thoughts have consequences. In Buddhism, this is encapsulated in the law of karma, which teaches that our deeds create ripples that return to us in some form. By focusing on right actions and moral behavior, we build a foundation of integrity that shields us from the negative influences of the world. This means being truthful in our words, kind in our actions, and fair in our dealings with others. When we live ethically, we create positive karma, which leads to a more peaceful and harmonious life. For instance, by practicing honesty, we build trust and reliability, which fosters positive relationships and a sense of community. When we speak truthfully, we create an atmosphere of trust and transparency, which helps to build stronger and more meaningful connections with those around us. Kindness and compassion towards others not only help those around us, but also cultivate a sense of joy and fulfillment within ourselves. Simple acts of kindness, such as helping a neighbor or showing empathy to a friend in need, can have profound effects on our well-being and happiness. Respecting all living beings, including animals and nature, reinforces our connection to the world and promotes a harmonious coexistence. Moreover, ethical living helps us develop a clear conscience, reducing feelings of guilt and regret that can disturb our inner peace. It encourages us to think before we act, ensuring that our actions align with our values and do not cause harm to others. In this way, we cultivate a sense of responsibility and mindfulness in our daily interactions. When we refrain from actions that cause harm, such as lying, stealing, or engaging in violence, we prevent the negative repercussions that follow such behaviors and maintain our mental and emotional well-being. This self-awareness and reflection help us navigate life's challenges with a calm and composed mind, free from the turmoil that unethical actions can bring. Ethical living also involves self-discipline and self-control. It requires us to avoid behaviors that can lead to suffering, such as lying, stealing, or harming others. By practicing self-restraint and making conscious choices, we strengthen our moral character and resilience. For example, abstaining from gossip not only prevents harm to others, but also keeps our minds free from negativity. Gossiping can create unnecessary conflict and spread false information, leading to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Similarly, by choosing to forgive rather than hold grudges, we release ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment, fostering a more peaceful state of mind. Forgiveness allows us to move forward without being weighed down by past grievances, opening the door to healing and reconciliation. Focusing on ethical living according to Buddhist principles helps us create a life of integrity, peace, and harmony. It protects us from negative influences and allows us to contribute positively to the world around us. As we continue to practice these principles, we grow in wisdom and compassion, becoming a source of inspiration and support for others. Our ethical behavior sets an example for those around us, encouraging a community and society that values and upholds moral principles. By living ethically, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to a better world for everyone. By integrating ethical living into our daily lives, we develop a strong moral compass that guides us in making the right decisions, even in challenging situations. This inner strength and clarity help us navigate life's complexities with confidence and grace. Furthermore, ethical living helps us cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment, as we know that our actions are contributing to the greater good. This sense of purpose is a powerful motivator that can sustain us through difficult times and inspire us to keep striving for excellence. Ethical living is not just about adhering to a set of rules or guidelines. It is about embodying the values that define who we are and how we interact with the world. It is about living with integrity, compassion, and respect, and creating a positive impact on the lives of those around us. By focusing on ethical living, we can build a life that is not only meaningful and fulfilling, but also resilient and unshaken by external influences. Principle 9. Practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude is a transformative principle that can significantly alter our perspective on life. Instead of focusing on what we lack or what is going wrong, gratitude shifts our attention to what we already have and what's going well. This simple change in focus can have a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Buddha emphasized the importance of gratitude with the words, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little." This quote reminds us that there is always something to be thankful for, no matter how small it might seem. It encourages us to find the positive aspects in every situation, even on days that seem challenging or unproductive. When we practice gratitude regularly, we start to notice and appreciate the small blessings that we often take for granted. This could be as simple as a beautiful sunrise, the taste of our favorite food, the support of a loved one, or the comfort of a warm home. By acknowledging these moments of joy and expressing thanks for them, we cultivate a positive outlook on life. Gratitude also acts as a shield against negativity and stress. When we focus on the good things in our lives, we are less likely to dwell on the negatives. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending they don't exist, but rather balancing them with an awareness of the positives. Over time, this practice helps us develop a resilient mindset where we can handle life's ups and downs with greater ease. Expressing gratitude can strengthen our relationships. When we show appreciation to others, it fosters a sense of connection and mutual respect. Whether it's thanking a friend for their support, appreciating a colleague for their hard work, or acknowledging the kindness of a stranger, these small acts of gratitude can deepen our bonds with others and create a more positive social environment. Incorporating gratitude into our daily routine can be simple and effective. Some people find it helpful to keep a gratitude journal where they write down a few things they are thankful for each day. This practice can be a powerful reminder of the good in our lives and can help shift our focus from what's missing to what's present. Others might practice gratitude through meditation or prayer, taking a few moments each day to reflect on their blessings and express their thanks. Another way to cultivate gratitude is through mindful observation. By paying close attention to our surroundings and the people in our lives, we can find many opportunities to be grateful. This might involve noticing the beauty of nature, the warmth of the sun, the sound of birds chirping, or the laughter of a loved one. Mindful observation helps us stay present and appreciate the richness of our experiences. Gratitude can also be expressed through acts of kindness. When we do something nice for someone else, it not only benefits them, but also reinforces our own sense of gratitude. Acts of kindness can be as simple as holding the door open for someone, offering a compliment, or helping a neighbor with their groceries. These actions create a ripple effect, spreading positivity and gratitude in our communities. In times of difficulty or stress, practicing gratitude can be especially beneficial. It reminds us that even in challenging times, there are still things to be thankful for. This perspective can provide comfort and hope, helping us navigate tough situations with greater resilience. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can maintain a sense of peace and contentment, even when life is difficult. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating the blessings in our lives, we build a positive outlook that shields us from negativity and stress. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can transform our perspective, improve our relationships, and enhance our overall well-being. As we integrate gratitude into our daily lives, we cultivate a mindset of abundance and positivity, allowing us to remain unaffected by the challenges and negativity that may come our way. Principle 10. Trust the process and let go of control. Trusting the process and letting go of the need to control everything is a core Buddhist principle. Buddha taught, the root of suffering is attachment. This means that our desire to cling to certain outcomes, people or things, often leads to our own suffering. When we become attached to specific results or rigid expectations, we set ourselves up for disappointment and stress. By surrendering to the flow of life, we allow things to unfold naturally without forcing them. This doesn't mean we stop making efforts or pursuing goals. Rather, we do our best and then release our tight grip on how things must turn out. Trusting the process means having faith that things will work out as they are meant to, even if it's not exactly as we envisioned. Imagine you are in a river. If you try to swim against the current, you exhaust yourself and make little progress. But if you go with the flow, you move smoothly and effortlessly. Similarly in life, when we stop resisting and start accepting, we find a sense of peace and calm. This practice of letting go can be applied in various areas of life, whether it's in relationships, career aspirations, or personal challenges. For example, in relationships, we often want to control how others behave or how situations should unfold. This can lead to frustration and conflict when things don't go as planned. By letting go, we can appreciate people for who they are and allow relationships to develop naturally. When we stop trying to mold others to fit our expectations, we open up to genuine connections and deeper understanding. Accepting people as they are, without trying to change them, fosters a sense of harmony and mutual respect. In our careers, we might have a specific vision of success and feel disheartened if we face obstacles or detours. By trusting the process, we understand that every experience, even the setbacks, contributes to our growth and learning. We become more adaptable and open to new opportunities that we might not have considered before. Sometimes, what seems like a failure or a detour is actually a stepping stone to something greater. By letting go of rigid career plans, we can discover paths that are more fulfilling and aligned with our true passions. Personal challenges, such as health issues or unexpected life changes, can also test our ability to let go of control. Instead of resisting these changes, we can choose to accept them and look for ways to adapt. This doesn't mean giving up. It means finding a new path that aligns with the current reality. For instance, dealing with a chronic illness might mean adjusting your lifestyle and finding new ways to enjoy life. By accepting and adapting, you can find peace and even new joys in your changed circumstances. Trusting the process is also about being present. When we focus too much on the future, we miss out on the present moment. By letting go of our need to control the future, we can fully engage with the here and now, finding joy and contentment in the present. Living in the moment allows us to appreciate the small pleasures of life, like a beautiful sunset, a child's laughter, or a quiet moment of reflection. This principle encourages us to cultivate patience and trust. It's about understanding that life has its own timing and rhythm. By letting go of our attachments and expectations, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace, making us resilient and less affected by external circumstances. Patience helps us endure the waiting periods in life without anxiety. Trusting the process means believing that there is a reason and a timing for everything that happens. Remember, letting go is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. It requires mindfulness and self-awareness. Whenever you find yourself trying to control outcomes or becoming overly attached to certain desires, take a step back, breathe, and remind yourself of the principle of non-attachment. Embrace the uncertainty and trust that the process will guide you to where you need to be. Each time you practice letting go, you strengthen your ability to remain calm and centered, no matter what life throws at you. In the words of Buddha, you only lose what you cling to. By practicing non-attachment and trusting the process, we find peace within ourselves, regardless of the chaos that might be happening around us. Non-attachment doesn't mean indifference. It means engaging with life fully, but without the burden of needing to control every aspect. This way, we can experience life with a sense of freedom and joy, knowing that we are not defined by our circumstances, but by how we respond to them. Trusting the process is about having faith in the journey and knowing that everything unfolds as it should. It teaches us to relinquish our fears and anxieties about the future and to trust that we will have the strength and wisdom to handle whatever comes our way. By embracing this principle, we cultivate a profound inner peace that remains unshaken by external events. By integrating these 10 Buddhist principles into our daily lives, we can cultivate a state of mind where nothing can affect us. Remember, true peace comes from within. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others seeking inner tranquility.